Hello everyone. I've done a few videos, but I have not formally introduced myself, so I figured I'd come and do that right now, right? My name is Danmar Pierre, consultant and coach. Whether I am working with an individual person or consulting with a group, I provide transformative experiences that liberate my clients to their true potential, and I do so from an equity minded, justice focused lens. Today, I want to talk about the importance of mentoring. Mentoring is so crucial for your personal and professional development. Research reveals countless ways mentoring has positive outcomes both for you personally as well as professionally. Mentoring is identity affirming. This is especially important for those with marginalized identities like women or people of color, right? Let you know your voice is welcomed and needed in a space. When mentoring is also talent affirming, and lets you know you're good at something and you should pursue it and you should go after that job or whatever, right? Mentoring also opens up your network. You now not just have your network, but the network of your mentor or whoever he or she or they are willing to connect you with. It helps as you are climbing up the administrative hierarchies to get to different jobs or different positions or further advance your career. Just so many wonderful things that mentoring provides for you. However, when mentoring does not promote equity minded focus or equity mindedness, it can lead to less access to mentors for those with marginalized and minoritized identities who really need mentors, especially as they navigate new spaces and spaces that are not necessarily welcoming or created for them or with them in mind, right? It can lead to an unequal distribution of mentor to mentee, especially when you have those with marginalized identities are not the majority group in a space, and now they're getting all the mentors that maybe have that identity, so it can lead to an unequal distribution. But the opposite is also true. It can diminish the quality of the mentor-mentee relationship, and I'll talk about that in just a little bit. And when power dynamics are not examined, it can be harmful or psychologically harmful for the mentee. So what do? Number one, examine your biases. So we like to seek out mentees that remind us of ourselves, and basically the research calls that psychological cloning. We want to create carbon copies of ourselves, or people that remind us of us so we can be better versions of us, right? But when we do that, we neglect a whole host and a whole group of people that our knowledge and our resources can be greatly beneficial to, and we don't end up helping them or reaching out to them. Check your biases. So consider your biases. So that's number two. The research also shows that there is a tendency to assume and make presumptions about certain groups. For example, the presumption is that women are going to leave the field early to raise their family or to raise children or whatever, or to get married or what have you. So therefore, they are not worth becoming mentees or worth pouring into, because that would be a waste of time, right? So there's that assumption that is made. And not just about women, but about people of color, and etc. And when we make those assumptions, again, we negate and we ignore and we shut out and exclude a whole group of people that really need and benefit from the wealth of knowledge and the resources that we have. So check those stereotypes and those presumptions that you're operating from. And the other thing about checking your stereotypes is even when we can get a mentor and a mentee, right? And we are not checking those things and not thinking about them or examining them, we can have damaging mentor-mentee relationships, because you have those presumptions and you have those implicit biases. You're operating from that place of, for example, women are going to leave early, so I don't really need to pour that much into them, or men of color are not going to try as hard or not going to be successful, so I don't need to challenge them as much. So when you do that, the mentor-mentee relationship is not it diminishes the quality of that relationship, and it is not as effective for the person. It actually causes more harm. So number one, examine your biases. Number two, consider what stereotypes you might be operating from. And number three, be proactive. And this is both sides, mentor or mentee. If you are a mentee or someone looking for mentorship, reach out to people, and consider people outside of your organization or your institution, or even maybe outside of your field. Look for people that are doing things that you are fascinated by, that you're interested in, or places that you would like to move to, or positions that you might like to have one day, even if they're in a completely different organization, right? So people that maybe you aspire to in some way, shape, or form, reach out to them. Don't just wait to be contacted. Reach out to them and see if they're available. From a mentor perspective, don't just wait to be contacted either. If you're seeing wonderful, fresh talent in your organization, or if you're seeing people come across your social media feed, you're like, wow, they're doing some super exciting and fascinating things, I'd love to get to know them. Reach out to them as well, right? What's the worst they can say is no. Okay, so what? So get somebody else. Don't miss out on the opportunity for all the benefits of mentoring just because there are the possibilities of some of those psychological harms I mentioned. Just prepare yourself and work through them. All right, that's it. I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye.